Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutty, that's your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know I don't put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back at Wednesday night AMA. Special edition 2, doing a little Cornerstone Draft. We will get to that. Adam, it feels like I've been gone for a while, even though I only just took a weekend off.
Yeah, you have been,
Just gone for a couple days.
Normally, Mike and I just talk a bunch after the show, as long as he doesn't, want to get rid of me by then. But we had a little, pre-session, yap session, catching up with each other. So, sorry for the delay, but, boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
It happened last night when me and Maddie recorded 42. It was like 45 minutes before we actually hit the record button. So,
nice.
Shit happens, man. Sometimes you just got to catch up with your boys, and we got that done. We got a little catching up.
We got people. Look, speaking of catching up, look at all the comments. We got Fizz in here. We got old Fred Bear. Thanks, gents. Was definitely leaning that way. I'm assuming this is about conversations everyone's having without us. So
true.
Just clue us in.
They didn't fucking wait for us. They didn't give a shit.
LeBron and Kobe. I know that's not me and you, but if it is, holy shit. DB's
Who's
here.
LeBron?
Well, who's Kobe?
You might fit the Kobe thing. Like I don't know, but I'm not 6'8". I'm not even close. I think this is more like Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic. What do you think?
There you go. I could get behind that.
You get behind that?
Yeah, I like that one.
You could be Peja. You got the beard like Peja. That European, Eastern European facial hair.
Yeah, I'm just go stand and shoot.
I'm not saying you couldn't do anything else. But,
no, I'm just kidding around. We got people here ready to go. So, Mike, this is gonna be an interesting one. The cornerstone was something that I really wanted to do to try to mix this up. Where right now in Sleeper, you can't really draft them without all you can do with drafts is workarounds, right? So with a workaround, I'm like, why don't we really give more context than just the 25 class? Like, how do they stack up relative to the 23 and the 24 class, right? Because you think about 24 right now, Mike, we haven't talked in a minute. This class right now, it is ridiculous. If you just look at anyone's rankings, keep trade cut, 24 is littered inside the top 25 players. It's feels like it's the entire class. So it'll be interesting to see how 25 even stacks up, if how many people get drafted. We're going to do the first 36 picks. So let me just do a roll call, and if we have to get any extra people, we can. Mike, if you want to, you and I could end up drafting empty spots, but I know we got Fizz,
we keep moving, man.
Koopa, DB. So Mike, I'll let you get the honors. What spot do you want?
Oh, I'm going 101.
All right, Mike is going to take the 101. Okay. Shocking. I'll tell you what. Should I just do it now then? Should we before we even give everyone spots, we'll just go ahead and put
just put them up there.
Jayden Daniels. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Duh. Yeah. No question.
Done. Okay. See, we don't have to talk about much, but Jayden Daniels is in at the 101 spot. Okay. Coop, I'll give you the honors. 102. Who do you got at the 102? So, for the record, this is 23, 24, and 25 classes. Players that are not in those classes, not eligible to be drafted. So, Jayden Daniels at the 101. Coop, you're the 102. We'll go DB at the 103. We'll go, let's see who else we got in here.
Oh,
T-Rock.
Is that a good thing what Rhonda said? Stop it, Mike. I got LeBron energy.
Mike, you got LeBron energy. I mean, you definitely got LeBron energy.
Is that good, though?
I think so. It depends who you ask, I guess. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we got. We'll go T-Rock at the 104. All right. Let's see who else we need to get in here. So I got Mike Koopa, DB. Oh, did I say I haven't set Fizz yet, have I?
Haven't said Fizz.
Fizz 105.
Mr. Dallas.
Then I'll take the 106. Dirty Bird says 109. Okay. Did you, Mike? Check me in the big meat, big drink. I haven't had a chance to look. Who called spots? Yeah. Did anybody call spots or no?
You put that in big meat, big drink?
Pretty
No,
sure.
I didn't get anybody in here.
Okay. Well, then we'll just roll as it is.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. I don't mind drafting.
Dirty Bird, you get 109. That's cool. Who else wants a spot?
We had a terminal sarcasm one of the 112.
Chat at 112. Let's see what we got. Okay. Terminal sarcasm 112. Bet.
Yeah.
Yours. Finders.
He was saying. They were saying he could be she. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying the chat should pick 112 just in general.
Okay.
You know, best. Whoever gets the most votes out of the chat.
I'll tell you what. How about this? Terminal sarcasm. You take 111, and then 112 will be best vote. Whole chat. All right.
There we go. Rob Gronkowski wants the 110.
Rob Gronkowski, you get what I tell you to get. Now you can have the 110.
He wants that USAA auto insurance.
Yeah, get out of here, man. No. All right, so 109 is a Dirty Bird, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, Puka Nacua at the 102, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. That's what Puka's got. Puka.
Nacua. All right.
What do you think about that one?
What do you think about it? I was going to ask you first, to be honest. I'll give you my answer, I promise.
I think it's reasonable. Fair.
It's not who I would have, but it's certainly not great. I think it's splitting hairs, frankly, at this next spot.
I think it is. There was two other choices for me.
There are two? Okay. What do you got? Give me the two.
Oh, I think your boy Malik needs to be in this conversation. You're wearing his fucking jersey, for Christ's sakes.
Sure.
And I also think, as crazy as it is,
Himothy?
Might be Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Himothy Gibbs. All right. That's who I got too. Those are the two. But I won't have either of them at the 106. So
I don't think they're going to make
Puka Nacua. I love this.
Puka Nacua.
That's pretty sweet.
Puka Nacua. All right. Who had the
sweet.
3?
So 103.
Oh, DB. He was
DB.
quick with it.
Yep.
DB's always fast.
And he went with Gibbs. Okay. Damn. Malik Nabers not drafted in the first 3 picks was not what I had on my bingo card. What do you got, though? Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of this, with DB and how fast he is with getting his picks in, got to bring back mock draft Mondays here. Maybe this upcoming Monday. We'll see. See if we can bring them back.
I love that. Okay.
Let's get some drafts going.
Yeah. With it. Okay. So 104.
We got. Who's picking?
This was 104. T-Rock.
T-Rock. The T-Rock.
I'm writing them down right now here.
This is, I mean, at least for the first 3 picks, like, there's no argument.
No.
Maybe
honestly.
you want to split hairs on direction, but
I said I was not what I have on a bingo card, but these are all, like, I would not be shocked if these guys went ahead of Malik in a startup, and I also think none of these are crazy. I could totally make arguments for those players ahead of Malik, too.
Me personally, yeah.
The biggest reason I'll say that for me with Malik, I just think about the way the offseason works with the age and like how everybody wants to get young. This guy's going to be 21 all offseason and coming off of an unbelievable rookie year. To me, that's the gem that you just can't create outside of Jayden Daniels, you know?
I think we're kind of on the same page. If we were doing this, 1 would have been J-Day, 2 would have been Malik, though. For sure.
But, I mean, I think Puka and Gibbs are in the same tier, honestly.
Yep.
All right, so here comes Malik at 104. T-Rock, I gave you the 104. You sly son of a bitch. He just sitting there, gets an absolute. I mean, there's no wrong pick at the 104 though, Mike. Who would you like? It's easy. I feel like these 4 are definitely the tier break for this cornerstone though.
Yeah. These 3 guys that just went off the board, they're definitely tier 2.
I think people might argue with us though here pretty soon. You know, if you know, you know.
You might. Let's see what happens here at the 5 and 6. Now we get interested.
Yes, it will. All right. So 105 is now Fizzle Dallas.
Ooh, I wonder what Fizz is going to take here. Bijan? Think Bijan?
If Kyle Pitts was in the class, he'd take him.
Brock Bowers? Oh, Jesus
Brock
Christ,
Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
I mean, let me ask you, how where would you actually put him, do you think, in this draft? How far past this spot would you go?
He's not going to go too much farther back. I talked about it with Maddie on 40. I said it's one of my misses is Brock Bowers, and not because I suddenly think tight ends matter.
Sure.
But he had a great year. When I sold him as like tight end 4 in fucking July,
value, right?
I didn't think it was going up. Right? Like it was like, how much higher can he go? Obviously, a lot. You went from a first in a couple seconds to like people pay 3 firsts for this fucking guy. So that was a big whoops by me.
Beginning of the year,
he's in this conversation.
Beginning of the year, Mike and I are thinking the limbo. How low can you go? It was never that. It was always up and up and up and up and up. So,
right.
I'll admit, while I would still advise to trade him now because his price is so astronomical. Everywhere I sold him was light. I sold him too early because there was a lot of meat on the bone for sure. Theo says he wants the 108. I think we had a 108 already. Oh, no, Theo's got 108. Okay, Theo's got 108. 108 Theo, okay. And 106 is me, right? Yeah, 106 is myself.
It is you.
So this is where it gets interesting too, to be honest. I think though, Mike, let me ask you, is there somebody that's kind of screaming to you as the only pick on the board, or is there 2?
2.
Okay, I have 2 as well. I'll just talk through it with you. I'm looking at Bijan and BTJ. What are you thinking?
Oh. I could put Bijan in that conversation too. That wasn't one of mine. Out of the 2.
Maybe I'm missing somebody though.
You are.
JSN?
Adam. Nope. Drizzy Drake Maye.
Ooh. Interesting. I like Drake a lot. I don't think I would take Drake ahead of Bijan. I would take Drake probably in certain builds ahead of, depending on warp in the league, I would take him ahead of BTJ and JSN, though. I agree with you on that point. And he's certainly in the mix in this call.
Mm-hmm.
I did overlook him, though.
So who are you taking?
Also, let me just put this out there, too. Fizz took him at 105, but tight end premium will do 1.75 for the sake of it, right? And this is a
make him feel better.
Yeah, well, I could just say 3 right now and be like, "Hey, Fizz, nice draft pick." No,
Great pick.
1.75, and we'll do 12-team start 10 Superflex.
There you go.
Lineup. All right, full PPR, and I think I'm gonna take Bijan Robinson here, Mike. I think I'm gonna just take Bijan. I feel like he still is not that much further behind Gibbs, frankly. I definitely have Gibbs ahead of him, but I think at this point, I definitely feel the tear break and gave myself that. So, R.I.P. Motherfucker.
Maybe. Speaking of this kind of makes me want to start one of these leagues where like the only players you can draft are from 2023.
Sweet. That would be really sweet.
Going on forward, and then you just keep building from there every single year.
Yep.
Get all the old guys, all the old crusties. Everything starts from 2023 on, or 2020, whatever you wanted to do.
I love that.
Just build up there, right?
Yeah.
Like the disparity in talent, right, is going to get pretty massive. But having those picks every single year is going to really build you into a monster. So Bijan, huh?
Yep, Bijan Robinson. I don't love it, but I also I don't necessarily. I can make cases for 3 people here, but. That's what I'm going to go with ultimately. All right, 107 I don't believe has been claimed. So who wants the 107? Does anybody want the 107?
Anyone.
Probably
Anyone.
not.
Anyone. Maybe Genji. Genji's worried about what the draft order is. Sounds like he wants to pick.
I like this, though. Yeah, not setting your clock to Adam time. That's fair.
That was my fault.
Adam
was probably ready to roll right on time. And
I was actually, but, listen, man, we'll just yuck it up with the big guy,
This one's on me. This one's on me. I fucked.
I will say, though, this was actually the Koopa comment I wanted to pull because, see, I think, Mike, part of the reasoning here with 102, 103, 104 really kind of comes down to the way that you play the game. And try to follow me with what I mean by that. If you are in, several leagues and you find typically, after my startup draft, I'm not going to make that many moves realistically. I maybe make 1 or 2, and I might just go in with that team. I get it. if that's the way you play, like I totally get that, because you could just say, hey, I believe Puka in the situation he'll be in next year is going to be a better asset for me than Malik. The reason you and I are thinking about it like that is because
Stroud, go for it. You got the 107.
Yeah, go ahead, Stroud.
You spoke up. Go for it.
But you and I think about it from the standpoint of, man, this offseason's so long. There's going to be points where I want to try to trade, and I'd love to have more of the the young chosen one that might get a quarterback. I don't know if he will or not. They definitely screwed that up by having him having a crazy game. But like, what will that do, and what can I do with that in a trade ultimately? Puka's a great asset as well, but I feel like the overpay is more likely to come from Malik.
Where the fuck did that? Was it on Twitter today where I saw it? Because Quinn Ewers declared today for the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he's going to be an interesting one. Like, he had moments this year where he looked good and potentially in the Heisman conversation, and then he got injured, and then he also had moments where didn't look the greatest. And it's kind of been a weird career arc for him. Ended up winning a lot of games, though, at the end of the fucking day, playing for Texas. I did see something, though, like the Giants are going to do the most Giants things ever and draft, like, Quinn Ewers with the 103 pick.
Oh,
or whatever the fuck it was. The 104 pick. Like, and then you basically just got, like, Texas Drew Lock as your fucking quarterback.
You have to hate that.
I can see the Giants doing some stupid shit like this, man. Especially because the chosen one for their franchise, Carson Beck. Like, you have to have a dumb face to play for the Giants to be the quarterback.
You have to have a dumb face.
And Carson Beck has the most dumb face in college football, and he's transferring to Miami to be with his girlfriend and get a lot of millions of dollars from them. So
sounds kind of dumb.
They got their heart broke.
Yep. Shit happens,
Stroud takes Marv at the 107.
Marv is there. Okay. Let's talk about this. You said
Marv
that you would
BTJ.
take Marv over the 101. He goes ahead of the 101, but there's more spicy things than the 101. It's BTJ. It's also Drizzy Drake May. And
Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Michael Penix.
Was there another? Yeah, well, definitely. JSN was going to be the
JSN?
one I was going to say. JSN is the one I was going to say as well. Yep.
Former Ohio State teammate.
Yep. What do you think about this 107, honestly? Where are you at with it? Like it? Not?
I think
A little high?
I like the conviction. Let's just say that. I like the conviction. This is the kind of thing that I make the pick, and people, like, rag on me, but I can take it. You know what I mean, Stro?
Sure.
Like, I will defend you because it's something that I would do as well. I just say in most scenarios, people would be like, that was way too high. How the fuck dare you?
Rob's trying to trade, though. He's fielding offers for this 110 right now as it goes. So you got to love this. Give me Marv over Brian Thomas every day. Shine with no Ingram and Kirk. I mean, I definitely get it. I definitely understand it. I still have Marv slightly ahead of BTJ. I'll say this, though. With the offseason, the way I like to play with trading, man, that conversation will be tough because I feel like BTJ might be a little bit more movable asset. Where I think with Marv, like, I love him, but like, aren't I probably just going to end up holding this player for sure until the season starts or close to it at minimum?
Yeah,
like
you sell him now, you feel like you're taking pennies on the dollar. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I honestly don't. Like, I'll defend Stroll on this one, but you got to be prepared to have that conviction. Obviously, he does. He says
it can be. It also doesn't have to be. I've once, Mike, the league that I've ended up losing this year. Still can't believe the one championship I lost was the shit league. That all I did was trade after the startup. Mike, remember how many trades I made after the startup? Literally about 20 of them. Like, all of them. Traded my whole team. The thing is, most people are in the mindset after the startup of I drafted a team that they think they can win now with. So if everybody has that type of mindset, they're all kind of gridlocked and they won't make trades with each other. But if you're not locked on winning this year, oh, buddy, I'm ready to make some trades. Go ahead. You want to give me your future? I'll take it.
Who the fuck's picking at 9 anyways?
108. What do we got? Did we get 108?
Is it
108's Theo. Theo said twice he wants 108, and he's
he's got it. He's got it. I skipped over it, man. Theo, Drake May, 108. Future top 3 to 5 Dynasty
Drake May. Okay, there it is.
That's a spicy take, but top 3 to 5.
Well, that's I was going to ask you. Drake Maye, to me, I like him a lot. I told you I'm like I said of all the quarterbacks this year, I will have to sacrifice maybe some Drake Maye shares. I didn't end up trading many, but Mike, I'll tell you, I've regressed from that conversation. I've repented, if you will. I'm like, this guy's he's all the talent we saw. I believe it. The problem I'm having now is I feel like he's getting close to the point of where do we go, my friends? Because the conversation for me reminds me a lot of Herbert, Mike. But you know who he's right on the heels of on Keep Trade Cut?
Who he should be over?
Well, he's going to. I mean, let's call it what it is. We know,
especially after this
the dog shit playoff game. Herbert not being all that high end ceiling wise, and Drake Maye being young and ascending. So like, okay, let's just. But now who? Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Jayden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Buddy, this feels like I like him, I love him. And I want some more of them because I want to trade him here, buddy. Like, I'll be honest with you. So this is an asset that I think I want to move.
Just some things I want to point out about Drake Maye, but beyond the obvious, right? The obvious, no weapons, really. I mean, they all sucked. They're all bad.
Terrible.
They were all bad. The offensive line was bad. Obviously, the coaching was bad by Gerard Mayo. It's been fun. Do you remember Gerard Mayo in the Discord too? He had the picture of him as his avatar. You can't use that shit no more. But some of the less obvious stuff. Drake Maye, 11th in the league in money throws, and he didn't play.
Not that
full season.
long. Not even close to a full season, right?
Now on the negative side, danger plays 9th in the league, 9th most in the league, not like 9th best, 9th most. So he did put the ball in harm's way at times, but some of the things I really do like: shitty offensive line, number 5 in the league in pressured completion percentage. So meaning when he was under pressure, he was a top 5 quarterback as far as completing the ball down the field, which is impressive when you're playing behind a fucking porous offensive line with no weapons to speak of. So
for sure,
there's some underlying metrics here that make me pretty excited about him. Also, you got to see his athleticism and his ability to run. You add him a T. Higgins, you add him another weapon maybe in this draft, you fix the offensive line a little bit.
I think that they will. I think they definitely will.
Get him a coach that's not a defensive turd burger, and hey,
you're in.
I mean, you could have something. I could see him being above. It's gonna say this is gonna sound crazy to say, but people are gonna have to make a decision this offseason between Patrick Mahomes and Drake Maye in their fucking startups. Adam.
And where are you at on that conversation? Let's just have it.
Patrick Mahomes is still carrying the name cachet, but let's say he doesn't win the Super Bowl this year. Say he gets knocked out by the Ravens.
Why would that happen? It never does.
But let's say it does.
No, I'm kidding.
Say it does.
Okay.
Say it does, right? Maybe the luster is kind of gone on Patrick Mahomes, right? Because now we've seen a couple seasons in a row of just fancy Jordan Love. Let's call him that. And Drake Maye brings that young excitement and situation getting better. So I think you might see more Drake Maye over Patrick Mahomes than we would have anticipated this time last year for sure.
It also, speaking of, the guy that was the chosen one from last year's class that we said was going too high, he comes off the board, C.J. Stroud, behind Drake Maye. So people agree with this, at least for this draft.
He needed that playoff game. Like, he needed to perform in that playoff game this past week to save any dynasty value add. He was on a very, very bad tread, wasn't he?
Oh,
like
dude,
he was. I mean, not quite as bad as Sam Darnold pissing away his entire future. And by the way, just if you guys forgot, I fucking told you so. So you're welcome. You should have listened.
The good news is that anytime you forget, don't worry, because Mike will tell you.
I'll remind you.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that part very often, if ever.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Stroud's kind of in this range too. You know, Stroud or Drake Maye, we can have that conversation. I just prefer Drake just because of the running aspect and what he did with nobody there. So, like when you were talking about it at the 106 with Bijan, I was like, that's why Drake Maye's in that conversation for me too.
Sure.
Top 3 to 5 seems rich, but Patrick Mahomes is sitting at 6, and I'm like, Drake Maye's literally within shouting distance of being top 6. So say top 3 to 5 isn't that absurd.
Bo Nix going at the 110.
Let's fucking go, man.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I am nothing against Bo Nix. He's been great. I'm just surprised that we really haven't taken BTJ yet, honestly.
Right? Maybe the South Harmon guys, they were listening to all
I
the
do think
BTJ
the audience
videos you put out.
Hey, well, that's probably part of it. Although I will say, shout out to a guy that just bought a team review. I don't know if he wants me to mention his name or not. Just bought a team review to tell me that he already paid up for BTJ. So I'm like, well,
too late.
We can go. We can start from there. It wasn't actually that bad though. Like, let me ask you, BTJ or the 102, a second, and Ricky Pearsall right now. Lineup start 10.
Lineup start 10. BTJ, the 102.
BTJ for the 102, Pearsall in a second. Future second.
Just a 26 second.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the package.
Okay.
I think I have the package.
Honestly, the reason I say it's not that bad is because I feel like he'll trade for more than the 102 all offseason.
Right.
Ricky Pearsall in that format, like, I'd like to have him, but I don't really care.
Yep.
In the seconds, it's like, okay, it's probably an overpay on paper, but like in that format, you might be able to move BTJ this offseason for a better package back.
In a lineup start 10, Adam, you're 1,000% correct. It's not an overpay. I think it's probably perfectly right. I would just prefer the package because I think about what I could do possibly with that 102. You know, I got a little Pearsall hope in me, especially the way he ended the season. In the second, I'm thinking that's a juice piece I can use in another deal to like upgrade somewhere else or whatever. I'll take the package, but I understand the lineup start 10. BTJ is very there. Now, if you said this was a best ball start 10, like my balls, I'm taking the package.
That wouldn't, it wouldn't be close. Ricky P in that format's hella different in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
So, by the way, 111. Let me just make sure before we get clogged up here. 111. That was where we had
terminal sarcasm,
right? Terminal sarcasm, and then we go 112. No way, really?
Rome, yes, Rome.
Wow. Let me ask you, Mike, Rome or the 101 right now?
Rome or the one? Give me the 101. Give me the 101.
All right. I just had to ask, you know.
Give me BTJ, though.
Rome or BTJ?
BTJ, man.
Rome.
Not for terminal sarcasm. He's like, give me all the fucking Rome and Dunze.
Is this what terminal sarcasm looks like? Rome with the 111?
He's rocking that Caleb Williams is going to have a breakout year as soon as they hire Ben Johnson.
I feel like the community now has 111 and 201. What we do is we don't take we don't take BTJ here. We just 2 picks in a row pass on him again, right?
It looks like the community's voting BTJ.
What a gift to the community, huh?
Yeah.
Other than Mike being back, what other kind of a gift could you possibly want? Oh, my gosh.
It's got to be BTJ, right? Come on.
Yeah, it has to be, dude. Has to be.
Come on, what are we doing?
That's pretty easy dub right there,
right? By the way, these little thumbnails that you made, these dudes, these are dope.
Like that?
Some dope shit, man. It's some work.
Thanks, buddy. You. Listen, once the board wasn't going to be set up at all, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a rabbit hole. Let's just do it. You know, let's embrace it.
I like the color of the board too, right? Like that's going to go underappreciated. You know, like the nice background. It's the little details, right?
It's
you got a little shithead up there. You know? You got a couple little shitheads.
Exactly.
The way it's like a quarter graphic.
We're doing the most with the least. Not Ohio State, if you will. But Mike, we got a chance.
Right. Now the community gets to pick for the 201, right?
Double down. 201. You got 201, yeah.
Let's go, community. Throw some names out.
I just saw we got a 25 controversy. Oh my God.
25 controversy.
Caleb Johnson, let me ask you, Caleb versus the class, where do you have him? Do you think 101 in the class is reasonable?
So a little, self-promotion of South Harmon. One of the things we do pride ourselves on, and one of my favorite things, and I'm sure it's a lot of guys' favorite things, film sessions on Thursday night. If you're part of the Discord, doesn't matter. It's $1 tier all the way up to fucking Savage. We hop in the voice chat. My man Xbox, he puts on the film cut-ups of whatever prospect we're watching that week, and we get to kind of just talk amongst ourselves, right, Adam?
Yep.
You were there for the Ashton Jeanty one last week, and this whole entire fucking time I've been saying there's not a lot of difference between Jeanty and Caleb Johnson.
Until
right? I watched that fucking film session last Thursday night. You were there for me to like eat crow, for me to just be like, fuck. Like, this point good.
Well, see what's nice is Mike and I talk a lot of shit to each other, but what's really nice, if you know like kind of how our dynamic is, like at this stage for us, when I can just kind of sit there and not actually say much, and Mike just has to know like, yeah, all right, I see what you're seeing. Like, I don't even have to say anything because he, in games that looked for a while, if you're watching the whole game, right, looked very like mid.
Pedestrian.
All of a sudden, yeah, pedestrian.
Yeah.
There you go. Great word. Pedestrian, not pedestrian in a play or two. And then you look at the total body of work at the end of the game. You're like, bro, this is kind of crazy, honestly.
He's good. So we'll get to the Caleb Johnson film, which is going to be good, and I'm sure people have some pretty good takeaways here. But I can at least say after watching Ashton Jeanty film in depth with the boys on Thursday night, that boy's fucking good. There's a gap.
That boy good.
I think there's a gap, and this is coming from a guy who watched all of Iowa's film. Like,
well, I was going to say you don't need to watch it.
Yeah, I don't, because I seen it fucking live. I guess it happened every single week. But
right.
Looks like the community picked Caleb Williams. Was my overarching sentiment for the 201.
All right.
Caleb, what a fucking turn for the community too, man.
How about from going 101 to 102 at pretty much worse, unless Mike was in the draft in last year's class too, outside of the first,
yeah,
and in this cornerstone. But the biggest thing, Mike, quarterback. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, quarterback 5 in this cornerstone. But the thing is, outside of Stroud, they're all this class anyway.
They're all this class. He got leapfrogged by 4 fucking dudes from his own class.
Where are you with Caleb right now? No pause. No Diddy.
So he's got some issues he's got to clean up. He needs an offense coordinator, needs a coaching staff that's not a complete dumpster fire, which it's the Bears. So you're likely to never see that because it's the Bears. All right. We've seen them fuck this up before. But let's just say he does
Terminal
get Ben
sarcasm,
Johnson.
by the way. Go ahead.
Let's say he does get Ben Johnson, right? And Ben Johnson can kind of clean up some of the shit Caleb struggles at, holding on the ball too long, trying to make hero plays. Let's not forget, though, Caleb Williams literally is like top 5. I think I pulled this up on like last AMA, or maybe it was with Fizz. Mm-hmm. He's top 5 all time in Bears single season passing yards. And he did that as a fucking rookie in a dysfunctional organization. So let's not act he had a terrible season. He had fucking moments of like, that's why he was number 1.
The reason that's true, but I just wanted to, and we talked about this, I think, off air. That also, just because the Bears are the Bears doesn't mean that that's how the rest of the league works, right? It kind of just speaks to their. It's kind of crazy to think of. If you just think about the Bears, think about the Bears. Think about what quarterbacks come to your mind when you think of the Bears. Honestly.
Jay Cutler,
dude, and that's how bad is that saying something?
Jay Cutler, Kyle Orton, Rex Grossman, Sexy Rexy, and Justin Fields, who ran the ball.
By the way, I just realized that my Caleb didn't come up. He's not been drafted that I can see, but I'm just putting his little thingy up. Pause.
That's nice. Who's picking 202? Who picked?
So Terminal Sarcasm is back.
Oh, he went GT 201.
GT. Oh, okay. Bam. Well done.
Trying to remember and then pick them out in the chat. So
yeah. So
GT 201.
Yep. Okay. Let me get GT up.
Don't hate that one at all.
And then 110 was Rob Gronkowski.
Terminal Sarcasm says, "Stop touching your nose, bro." It's reminded him of his bartending years.
Bam.
Usually when I touch my nose, it's to get the cocaine out of it.
Well, someone has to do that, you know.
I wish I had some blow, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, doing some blow and then trying to sit here and do a podcast sounds kind of
fucking great.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't sound. I don't even know how fun that sounds. Like, it sounds kind of like I just want to get out of here, you know.
Rob Gronkowski was picking 203. He took Ladd McConkey. So you got GT and then you got Ladd.
GT then Ladd. All right. 1 sec here. Let's get GT up. What's that?
We got some real nice picks here at the end of the first.
Yeah.
And the beginning of the second. Nice on the turn here. Which is really making me question, taking the 101, but I got Jayden Daniels, so I'm living large.
Is it worth it when you look back at it? That's the question.
Yes,
you have
it's
to ask
fucking
yourself.
it's Jayden Daniels.
It's feeding families, right?
It's feeding families. He fed championships to me this year. What used to be a hot take that he might even finish close to top 5, came true. Eat my ass. I was right.
My ass.
Y'all,
I love that.
Y'all doubted me.
They doubted me. That's crazy.
Fizz knows this one. He probably knows a rapper, Lil White, Memphis rapper. Ran around with 3-6 Mafia. He had an album called Doubt Me Now. Just playing in my head all the time.
I love that.
Jayden Daniels.
Doubt Me Now. All right. So we got GT up. And then what was the next one?
Lad McConkey for Rob Gronkowski.
All right.
What's up, K-Bach? See, just
I was going to say, Lad was a nice little value here too, buddy. Frankly.
Yeah. You got Bo Nix and Lad. Just 2 picks.
Damn. Okay. Got to respect it.
Can't be mad.
Where are you at with the Ladster?
He's made himself some proverbial dynasty money.
Dude, he has, Mike. He has soared to a place that I liked the prospect, honestly, like relative to what he was. Right, I loved what he did at the combine. I loved a lot of the things, honestly, but I would have told you there's no way. And like even in a game where Herbert does absolutely fucking pathetic, he gets himself a nice ass game in there.
He still eats. He's the only fucking one who did eat. Man, this is the tough thing, right? Because it's a prospect you and I both loved coming in. Like you and I were big Lad guys, right? This goofy looking white wide receiver who just happened to be just as athletic as Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson, which people didn't want to hear. Like that was his athletic comps. I mean, he just didn't look like it, right? He looked like
he was just like he was a little more sneaky,
Well, no, he looked like Woody Harrelson's character from White Man Can't Jump. That's what he. That's what he looked like.
He got like every comp of all those slot receivers that just like were not athletic, right?
He looked like fancy Hunter Renfrow, who was basically out of the fucking league.
Renfrow, Amendola, all these guys.
Good Lord. So he was nice, and then when he started to ascend and get to this point, and now we're talking about a dude who's a wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. Consensus. Wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. This is the part that always sucks for you and I, because we look at it through a lens of like
Theo, you up, my boy.
First off, where Rob took him, perfectly fine. Good spot.
No.
Good value.
Dude, 203 is crazy good, honestly.
Good value. But in the Dynasty community, Lad McConkey being a wide receiver 1 in Dynasty pretty solidly makes me.
I was just going to ask you about this. Lad versus Rome and Marv, where are you at with these two?
I think if you put Lad above Rome, I can get behind that. Like, I can understand that.
I definitely can understand it. I wouldn't do it, but I honestly can totally get behind it. Really?
I'm not doing the Marv thing ever. No.
Ever?
What?
Meaning at the current time ever?
At the current time ever.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, because that opens up Pandora's box if we say ever.
It does.
Even if there's a fire.
Fast forward 9 months, and I'm like, Lad McConkey's wide receiver 1 in Dynasty.
Because
you said you never put him up there.
I know it's the fish. I know it's KTC, but dude, Lad is wide receiver. Just think about Lad is ahead of AJ Brown right now. There's been enough algorithmic movement. Mike, how was that for a fucking word? For Lad McConkey ahead of AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson. Are you fucking out? Are you outside of your damn minds?
Is that a real thing though?
I don't actually know. I'm pretty confident I made it up. It's very possible that it's a word, but it's also highly unlikely because I feel like I just made it up. Sounded great.
I'm Googling.
Algorithmic. I love that.
Well, I did pull up, algorithmic movement also correlates with
algorithmic bias,
algorithmic trading.
Damn it.
And algorithmic bias.
It's real.
It's real. Okay, I get it. Good job. Nice pull.
And so is Lad's movement. The algorithmic movement is crazy.
He's a good lad.
Buddy, Lad is at wide receiver 13, but ahead of AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson, I think is what the piece that needs to be said.
Listen, I don't hate the AJ Brown thing. And maybe this is just me as my Eagles, like Debbie Downer when it comes to fantasy.
Is he going to get traded in real life? Is he going to get traded in real life?
It's just the way this offense functions. It's just the way.
Or
now
dysfunction.
it can change.
This guy's reading a book.
He was reading a book when he went fucking 9 for 98 and 2 touchdowns too. So stop it.
Jalen Hurts said he'd never seen him read before. He just had the book before.
Here's the crazy thing though. Lad, 15 points per game, pretty good for a rookie.
204 is actually Theo is the 205. Who's 204? Oh, Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird. All right.
Do the Dirty Bird.
Make your pick if you haven't already, and you might have, and we skipped over it. But Lad, in his rookie year, this weird looking. I mean, he looks weird on the field. Let's not lie. Like with the face mask and like the build.
I feel like the face mask really overemphasizes it. Like
I know the size and the athletic comps have Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson.
Sure.
But maybe it's because he's just a white dude. He doesn't look anything close to them. like as an athlete, he just doesn't. He just doesn't, man. This is my bias coming in. He looks kind of goofy out there on the field, but still, this goofy white boy went 16 games played, 112 fucking targets in a run-first offense, 82 receptions, 1,150 yards, and 7 fucking touchdowns. Like that is.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. It's fucking chef's kiss kind of shit, man. It is.
It's not bad for a team that runs,
Not bad. Not bad. Especially when Quentin Johnston had a breakout year.
He broke out of the gates. It's like, in track. Oh my gosh. And then he either he kind of hit the while hurdling or took a spill.
Yeah.
Not the same thing.
He did. Man, he did have a hell of a
Jay Jackson comes over the top, not laterally.
Not laterally.
Damn it.
His advanced metrics are actually pretty good across the board, right? I mean,
listen, there's nothing to like tangibly take away from Lad, from his statistical numbers. I think the reality is, one, do we expect this offense, even as run heavy as it is, to just have this little weaponry for the rest of Dynasty time?
With Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman, yeah, probably.
Really?
Probably. Yeah,
really?
I'm actually being honest, yeah.
Really? All right. Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to like go pay money, but like their offensive core, I mean, we talked way too much about Quentin Johnston because that's the next name that comes up. I mean, the tight end, even if they don't address it early, I think they improve this room,
Colston Loveland's going to be a Los Angeles Charger next year. Like,
dear God. Don't.
That's a fucking given. It's a given, man. Colston Loveland, Los Angeles Charger. Book it.
You weren't a DJ Chark? You're a big DJ Chark guy still, or which is
I was, and then he just didn't do anything ever. I mean, he caught a
for
touchdown
years,
in like week 18.
For years.
Yeah.
I think Lad's a nice player. I just look at this though, Mike. What do you think the odds are that he improves as a?
We did get a
as his stats. Oh, what do we got? Go ahead.
JSN.
Dog, that was the thing. To me, JSN should have been gone. But I'm not trying to. I didn't want to get sniped. I'm gonna end up getting sniped in this fucking thing.
You are.
You know how much time I put into this to get sniped? You guys should all go to hell.
A lot.
Don't you do it. He already told me he was taking 205 is gone. Achan's gone. Achan also making it to 205 is crazy to me.
Wow. Yeah.
Mike, okay. I was one pick. I was trying so hard not to talk about it. Damn it. Why let's go showing off like that?
You did.
There they go, man. Achan and JSN, which I had queued up early. Bye-bye.
Who's picking 205? Theo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hate to see it, buddy. I'm sorry.
I like this too. Like Theo's out here confident too. He's like, I get Jackson Dart in the fucking third round.
That's of your rookie draft because he won't be going in this draft.
You fucking have fancy Matt Corral. All you want.
Listen, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, I've played that gamble game. I honestly, more power to you.
Ooh. Ooh, we got a 206 from Stro. Tet McMillan.
Wow.
This is one.
Really?
This is one I'm looking forward to again. Patreon.com/South Harmon. Film session this week. Tomorrow night, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Tet McMillan. Which I'm very interested in this one too, because I like Tet a lot, but I've also heard a lot of stuff from
the community's scary. It's scary hours from some of these people in the know.
Some of these.
Where are you at with it?
I'm going to find out tomorrow for myself. I want to see it.
Okay.
There's some questions. Can he win on the outside? And for a dude that's 6'5", that's not the fucking question I really want to have to answer, but I'm going to find out. Can he win on the outside?
Give me the last or any player you can think of 6'5" and got to play in the slot that was successful in the league.
That was a big wide. I don't know 6'5".
Because how many 6'5" receivers do you name? Period.
Not a lot.
Now go slot only.
Okay, how about the last big bodied first round wide receiver that couldn't win on the outside, and how'd his career arc go so far? Treylon Burks.
Yikes. That wasn't where I was expecting you to go. But that's a trip down memory lane. Yikes.
It's not a good one, is it?
Not particularly good.
Not the one that leaves a good taste in your mouth. So we're gonna
All right, Mike. Now let's have a conversation here, because I'm gonna get sniped again. There's so much time with these picks too. Right now, there's a player that's just I almost just got to pull the train again. Pause. But
you're pulling trains. Oh man, first or last?
Is there one player to you here, or is there multiple picks?
No, there's multiple. There's multiple.
Is there? Wow.
Yeah, there's.
Are you forgetting about somebody? Okay.
No, for me it'll only be one player, but for you,
well then who's the one?
Me? It's Cam Ward.
Ahead of Penix?
Yes.
Well, my friend, I respectfully...
You're going back-to-back Falcons.
I respectfully would like to tell you that the Dirty Bird... I mean, how you can come in here with the Dirty Bird and you just out here letting me get all that Atlanta goodness. No.
Anybody check on the color of Michael Penix's do-rag? He used to always wear that purple one when he was at Washington.
Yeah. I think he's worn. I think it's always been black and white from what I remember.
Black and white in Atlanta. Okay, I didn't know if he went with like the red. The red would be cool.
Let me see. I don't recall. He hasn't started that many games. I don't recall, but I will pull it up right now.
Seeing a different color.
The drip is okay. Last game was black.
Okay.
I'll keep it going. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
I want to know.
White, white the game prior.
He sticks with mostly black or white.
Yep.
He had that shiny purple one. Game
that was pretty sweet.
Damn.
Maybe he's just got to get a little more. He wasn't expected to be on the field year one, so maybe he's got to up it next year. I think that'll
maybe next year we get.
And when he gets that red one, oh buddy, first round here we come in the corner.
506 tutties.
Okay, so you're taking Cam Ward without knowing landing spot ahead of Penix. Talk to me.
Yes.
Okay, why? Talk to
Cam Ward. All right, so if you want to talk arm talent between him and Penix, toss up between the two. And
Agreed.
I would venture to say maybe it's even in favor of Cam Ward. He has that level of arm talent.
I think it's really close. I wouldn't if you had a preference, like if you think that one guy has a better arm than the other, I wouldn't fight you, because I think they're both really great arms. As far as the size.
Here's the crazy thing. I don't know the athleticism of Cam Ward, but
that's what concerns me a little bit. Yeah.
Just watching him through the years,
mm-hmm.
He is a more willing runner of the football than Michael Penix ever is. No matter if he runs that Washington 4.45 or whatever the fuck he did at his pro day. He just doesn't want to run the football. I don't know if he's actively afraid to run the football or if he just can't or whatever it is.
He had all. Do you remember early in his career, he had all those injuries? I think that still plays a part.
A lot of knee injuries. Cam Ward could be one of these guys that gets to the NFL, kind of like Drake Maye, and you go, oh my God, he's actually pretty athletic, and he's willing to run the football out of necessity because he has to. His first, second read isn't there, and then he goes, fuck it, I'm running the football. It's not like college where I can just stand back here forever. Make a decision and go. So
sure.
If I got to nitpick between the two, I think as far as like fantasy football upside, what I want to chase is the ability to run the football, and I would say that would probably favor Cam Ward for me just based off of that.
Listen, I'm still listening. I did miss a little bit of the back half of that because I just realized that I'm just so used to Fizz in the chat just doing this Addison thing, like he's just screaming into the abyss, that I forgot he's on the clock and actually did just draft Addison. So
he did draft Addison. Okay.
That's freaking awesome. Sorry, Fizz. But give me the last part of that, just like the last two sentences. You said
I think there's still room for Cam Ward to prove that he can run the football and be an athletic, or it doesn't have to be a true dual threat, but be more of a rushing threat than Michael Penix will be in the NFL.
Okay.
So if we're doing a fantasy football draft here, I'm going to take the upside of the possibility of Cam Ward being a little bit more of a runner. Because I think arm talent and the actual ability to play quarterback, they're both pretty fucking similar to me.
Yeah.
Now, Penix, to your point, has the much better landing spot because we know what it is. Like, you'd rather be in Atlanta than, say, Cam Ward goes to Vegas as they're currently constructed. But
that's my biggest thing. What if he goes to Cleveland? Cleveland is just...
Dude, then he's got Jerry Jeudy. He's going to throw for 1 billion yards.
I don't care what buddy. The mistake on the lake is so surreal. It is. I just feel like the upside from either is similar. To your point, if you were going to edge it out, like because of the unknown, I would give it to Cam Ward too. I would agree that there's a little. I just feel like the upside to be had versus the downside to me at this spot. I feel like there's more risk than there's necessarily reward. So I do think that you're correct. I think that Cam Ward could end up being a better runner than maybe we give him credit for. But what if he's not really all that much better? And even if he is, what does that look like? Like, I don't think he's going to be a Konami guy. I think he might give you a little bit more on the ground than Penix possibly.
Yeah.
Though. I'm with you.
I think he could be a threat for somewhere around the 400-yard mark. But that's kind of going to be the ceiling. He's not Jayden Daniels. He's not Lamar Jackson.
And 400,
he's not Kyler Murray.
I think Penix could get to 400, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, 400 is not that bad, not that much in 17 games.
I don't know, man. Like, I had hopes, especially after that pro day, and then when he got to the NFL, it'd be a little bit different. But even this in his starts, like it looked like he refused to run the football. He just didn't want any fucking part of it.
Yeah,
it looked like a lot of the same shit at Washington, where it was like, if you would have taken off and scrambled right there, you could have got fucking 6 or 7 yards. Instead, he's like, no. Well, for him, it'd be left arm. No, I'm good. Fuck it, I'll take the sack.
That's fair.
It's a little frustrating, just a little.
Yeah.
Bit. He had 11
sample size
fucking
is small,
rushing
though.
yards in his 5 games.
5 games.
11 rushing yards.
That's not
2
very
yards a
good.
game.
If you guys are counting over at home, that's not very good. 11. It's about 2. Give him it's like 2.25 or something like that. Okay.
Well,
give him the overage.
On like 1 carry.
One carry.
One time, get 1 fucking carry.
1 carry. He probably runs for more than Penix did in his whole season. Shador now, Mike. So what about Shador ahead of Cam?
Ooh, shit. Nah. This is tough, man, because I think Shador is, if you want to talk NFL prospect-wise, NFL quarterback-wise, I think Shador, no matter the hate, and I know he's going to get a lot of it.
Barry's going Rashi Rice.
Jesus, fuck. Barry. I know he's going to get a lot of hate, right? Colorado had a bunch of eyes on him. They got a bunch of haters on him. People hate Deion. A lot of people love Deion, but people then are going to hate his kid. They're going to hate everything about him. They're going to think he's overhyped. I'll say this. Shador is a very, very good fucking quarterback, and if you want to compare the two between Cam and him as far as an NFL quarterback level, I think Shador is much better than Cam from an NFL quarterback standpoint.
Okay. Really?
Now, my biggest problem with them for fantasy-wise is I'm pretty fucking positive Shador is not a very good athlete, even though his dad is Deion Sanders. I think because he's a black quarterback who has good size and his dad is primetime, we automatically assume he can run the football. He is more along the lines, and I'm going to give you a throwback name here, Adam, real throwback name. He is more Aaron Brooks than he's ever going to be,
Interesting.
your typical prototypical black quarterback like Jayden Daniels or Lamar Jackson, right? He is more of in the mold of a Byron Leftwich who didn't run the football than he is going to be Byron Leftwich eventual replacement David Garrard, right? But we just kind of have this stigma because it's Deion's kid. It's a black quarterback. Oh, this guy can run. He really can't, man. He looks slow as shit when he wants to run. He's good within the pocket. He has very good pocket movement, and he can move around.
No, he is good intangibles.
I've seen this fucking guy, and I've watched a lot of Colorado games. I was talking with Fizz about this. It was must-watch TV for Colorado. I wanted to watch all the Colorado games I could, and it worked out because they're a fucking West Coast team. So, after Iowa and all the big games played, then you get, a Colorado game starting at 9 o'clock Central, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to watch the Buffs. I never really saw this dude was like, man, what an athlete. Oh my God, he could be a running threat. I don't see it at all. So if you want to compare the two for fantasy-wise, I'm going to go with Cam Ward because there is a potential for rushing. I don't know if it actually exists. I can tell you the Shador thing doesn't exist from a rushing. He's a pure pocket passer who's going to have a good surrounding cast in order to put up dynamite fantasy numbers. But from an NFL perspective, I think he's a better quarterback. Long term, he'll probably be in the league longer than Cam. He'll probably have more success and more playoff wins and this kind of thing. I think you can surround him with...
But will that mean success for your fantasy teams, right?
Right. I think he's more in the mold of a CJ Stroud than anything.
Okay. Well,
not saying he's going to have that kind of success right out of the gate.
The interesting part about that then would be market versus production again, right?
There you go. Yeah. What the market is. So
because Shador might have that type of just what do you want to call it? It's not something you can quantify, just that factor about him where people are they're kind of awe of him, right? They want to have Shador on their team.
Yeah, that there's something to it, right? He's going to be a hot name. I would say this though, if for me personally,
your boy McCarthy just went, by the way.
Nice. For me personally, for both of them, if they're both going to be, first round draft picks, I'm taking Cam Ward 100 times out of 100. I'm risking the upside.
All right. Before we get to McCarthy, let's talk about Addison because Fizz feels like we just kind of glossed over it. Let's actually discuss it here. Come on.
He's mad because of Addison.
And Beaker is saying, listen, run your beak for once on something we want to hear. Damn it.
He's fine. Addison's fine.
He's fine? Damn, Mike is like, listen, you can't make me talk about this. He's fine.
It's better than the Rashee Rice pick. How about that?
We'll get to Barry, okay? Give whatever your thoughts are aside from fine, okay? Can you give us maybe use your words? It's like I'm talking to my 2.5-year-old right now.
Dude, every time you get excited about Jordan Addison, he goes and he just has a 2 for 20 game.
Yeah.
Right? He's
that doesn't sound like he's fine.
He's always going to be Tito of the Jackson 5. He's never going to be Michael.
See,
okay?
You try to keep this from people, all right? Yeah, crazy.
He's always going to be fucking Tito, okay? You don't want to be Tito. You want to be Michael, but you can't be Michael.
Before you make your pick on the swing here, you got 2. Give me quickly the J.J. McCarthy, and then go ahead and give Barry his dose.
Yeah, well, Barry taking a dude who's very fucking questionable. Not because of the injury. The injury sucked.
When I put this together, this graphic, I was like, I know Mike is gonna hate when he gets drafted. Period.
I despise it. Right? You're taking him so fucking early, and this is a dude who's still gonna piss away value. We don't know what's gonna happen with the suspension situation. We don't know how he's going to be reacclimated to this offense. Mm-hmm. And he's coming off an injury now, albeit the injury wasn't as severe as it could have been. I don't want this kind of profile. I don't. This is a good 3rd round pick. It's a terrible 2nd round pick. Jordan Addison.
What if he took him to the 303?
Fine.
Okay. Well, then it's not that egregious. But I will say this too. He, to me, Mike, his value didn't drop.
No.
Dude, he's right now. When I just told you about how Ladd went crazy high, right? Ladd. So we got Ladd, JSN, Marv, BTJ, and Malik Nabers all ahead of Rashee Rice now, right? But Mike, he's wide receiver 16. Is that? Tell me that's not what he was to start the year.
Yeah.
No, honestly, let's go a full year. Let's go to the start of the season. Okay, so start of the year, we're talking start of the year. Mike, he was actually wide receiver 21. He's gone up.
Mm-hmm. He's gone up. Being injured.
It's like crypto. It's like crypto. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. No. I will say this though, Mike. Do you think? I think there's a lot of still tradability with Rashee Rice. I think that's the reason why he's appealing to me. If you're someone that doesn't trade a lot, though, I think you just have to be careful about taking too many because he's coming off the injury. We saw what Worthy is. I still think he has a chance to be the alpha when all said and done next year, but there's some risk there. Other players you would have taken. Why don't you tell us who you would have taken ahead of right now? 2 players.
Easy. I'm on the clock here twice, so
right.
I'll give you one for sure. Cam Ward. Throw Cam Ward up there for me.
Okay. I was going to say, because he was the one person you had on your board for me at 207, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come you guys snipe me? You let Mike get his pick fucking 8 picks later. What the hell's going on around here? Mike, you got to take vacation more often. All of a sudden, everybody fucking loves you, man.
It was only 2 fucking days. We act like I was gone for a month.
That's what I mean. Look at this. Look at this treatment. People are taking Rashee Rice and J.J. McCarthy.
I think what the problem was. The problem was that I took the week off beforehand and went to Florida with my old man. So
no, well that's I think it's all lumped together for people. They don't even. You think most people know this? They're just like, why is Mike not here?
This one's tough for me, man. There's a couple running backs staring me in the face that I kind of want to pull the trigger on.
Okay, well then pull. Damn it, pull.
But there's a couple quarterbacks who've kind of been disrespected to this point. You know,
I love this chirp from DB. Damn it, I love this chirp. God, he gets me fired up.
You know what I'm going to do here, though, Adam?
No, tell me.
Let's put a little respect on his name. It's the fucking 301. All right, give me Zay Flowers.
All right, if you let him go by at the 301, okay. I was going to insult you on air. Like, you talk all this Zay Flowers shit to the moon every week on recap. Out here doing nothing. Okay, thank you.
Give me Zay.
Like, if you would have done anything other than Zay here, I was going to just.
But
I was going to be your point.
You wanted to ask like who I'd take over Rashee Rice. Both the guys I took.
Okay.
I will also include Caleb Johnson. I will also include Amarian Hampton from 2025. Mm-hmm. I will include Luther Burden. I will include Travis Hunter for sure.
Really?
I will include Bryce Young, and I will include. Cover your ears, haters.
Don't cover
your ears.
You listen.
Anthony Richardson.
I wasn't. I put the graphic together. I wasn't sure if it's even going to get used today.
He might not. All right, I'm done picking.
I'm not trying to get sniped. There's going to be some names that I have to go back and ask you about, but we'll carry on. Koopa, right back to you. Fuck you, Mike. You sniped me. I mean, he had 2 picks. You think Mike with 2 picks isn't going to snipe?
I'll give you another one. You said 1.75 tight end premium. Give me fucking Sam Laporta over Rashee.
Dear God. All right. Now I know. You hear that? That's a cup. I knew that. That's a cup empty talk right there. Sam Laporta.
We got a little bit. Look at that. There's a little.
Nah, when that cup has to go like this and you can hear the clink down, that's when we know we're in prime time, baby. Speaking of Shador.
Oh, man.
JSN? No, JSN went a while ago. I don't know if you could tell by the graphic. 204. So right under CJ Stroud.
He was in my lessons learned. But we're talking the 3rd round of a fucking 3-class draft, okay? How many fucking other quarterbacks am I even talking about? We're nearing the end.
Well, we've already taken the 2 from the 25 class, so.
What did Sam Laporta, 302. Fuck, you thought I was crazy. Koopa, the author of tight ends don't fucking matter, just took a tight end.
I was convinced. Mike, I was convinced. I didn't pull the graphic. I'm like, I don't need to. We have a community that knows. No, we don't. Is all. Why? What? The one thing I was sure of is not needing that one. Damn it!
I don't need Sam Laporta.
I don't need it. He plays the wrong position.
You had to go show it off, making it a 1.75 tight end premium, which to Koopa went.
Still doesn't matter.
Tight ends kind of mattered.
Kind of matter. So, you want to go on a soapbox about fucking Rashee Rice? How many players do you want ahead of a tight end here? Come on. Grow up.
Not Rashee Rice.
Grow up. All right, this is just...
So, no Sam Laporta graphic. Do we have a Bryce Young?
I will take care of it, okay? I can pivot.
You can pivot? Oh, you
can.
can.
The only thing I'm happy about is that is one... It gets me one pick closer to getting someone that I prefer. You know?
Don't you fucking dare make him a shit emoji.
Well, I was going to do something worse, but for you, I'll stay away, okay?
Yeah.
There he is, man.
I hope that's Sam Laporta, not Brock Wright.
Wow. I didn't realize that you guys liked disappointment this early on in the off season, you know?
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Koopa. My man.
Koopa, never change, buddy. Tell me that I should get rid of every tight end known to man and draft Sam Laporta at 302, baby. I'd love to see it from you.
At the 303, Dynasty Berry takes Bryce Young.
Okay, so flip-flop apple. Crisscross applesauce, Mike. He 4D'd your ass. Damn it.
He did.
Barry, way to redeem yourself. Gosh.
He needed a quarterback after his terrible...
It's almost like he's not across
Rice
the border,
pick.
you know? The way he's just doing that.
How about this? T-Rock at the 304 takes Tyler Warren.
Who? Okay, well, speaking of cue the graphics, I'm going to need... Brian, I'm going to need you to be a part of this live next time, okay?
we need Brian. We need Brian Birds. We need our man.
Holy crap. Holy Santa Claus shit.
Oh, goddamn.
We gotta put a little bit of skin in the game next time. I feel like this is just... Is this for clicks?
Might be. Might be. T-Rock. T-Rock.
What's your take on this, by the way? Give me your give me your take. No, he needs to hear it.
T-Rock, he's not even fucking tight end one in this class.
He needs to hear it.
Not even a top 3 tight end in this class. Might not even be a top 4 tight end in this class.
He's like 70 graphics from where I'm supposed to be looking right now, okay? This is going to take some time.
No, fucking no. I don't give a shit that he won, was the Mackey Award? Shouldn't have won the Mackey Award, by the way.
Hey, wasn't he just hold on. T-Rock, you know how much I love you. I just called you before the show, matter of fact. Catch up with the kid real quick. But wait a minute. He was just telling Mike, where is this at here? Speaking of lessons learned, I mean, come on. What, Ben Sinnott? Is this not Ben Sinnott again? Is that what this is?
Except worse? Somehow?
Well, I mean, he's chasing his his love language. God damn
That's it. No. As the resident tight end whisperer, I would say Tyler Warren's ceiling is probably a top 12 tight end in Dynasty. Like, he does have that kind of skill set.
What does that mean exactly?
In this class, he is not better than Colston Loveland. I don't think he's better than Harold Fannin. If Luke Lachey comes out, he ain't even fucking close to Luke Lachey. A healthy Luke Lachey.
I love this right now. Damn it, I love this so much.
No. I just can't fucking do it, man. I don't get it. I didn't think he was better than Theo Johnson last year, with Theo playing there being like a blocking tight end. But no, thank you.
There's always surprises, you know?
No, thank you. Whatever.
Maybe he'll end up being this year's Sam Laporta, though, you know? Kind of looks like he could be, you know?
Just because he's white.
They got that little goofy hair thing going. They got, you know, Mike, actually, the thing is, Mike loved Sam Laporta at this point last when he was a rookie, though. You know.
I did. I love Sam fucking Laporta. Rookie
right.
tight end rankings.
Let's keep this thing going off the rails. There's only one pick left. I mean, come on, guys.
Let me give one here. I just want to see what NFL Draft Buzz has to say about the tight end position. Harold Fannin 1, Tyler Warren 2, Colson Loveland. I would say
Fizz.
Tyler Warren's better than Gunnar.
Fizz,
Helmer,
if you
Mason
snipe
Taylor.
me, just know that I will personally get a hold of the Postal Service and make sure that they stop that package from getting to you. Okay?
Oh, man. T-Rock talking shit. We can clip this in a few months.
Okay. Are you sure? All right, Brian. He says it's okay. It's not bullying. Go ahead. Clip it.
I would say Tyler Warren's not better than Mason Taylor. And for people who watched film sessions with me last year when we watched Brian Thomas Jr. and Jayden Daniels, I was also very anti-Mason Taylor. But I think he got a lot better this past year. I'd take Mason Taylor before I'd take Tyler Warren.
Well, just here, let's give the kid some breathing room. Fizz, speaking of breathing room, he told me he'd try to get through this. I'm not sure that he's with us. He may have.
He might have passed out.
Yep, and you know what the best part is? I, by default, get the pick for him, and that just leaves me nice and cute.
What did he say? What did he say in the chat? He used his eyes are Yellowstones. I don't know what that means. Like the show?
No. I'm gonna guess no. I don't know for sure, but
the man got fucking Jordan Addison and was like, I'm out.
He's like, listen, y'all let me get Brock and Addison. Addison. I sent my pick already. Oh, you did? Wait, was it a Yellowstone? I didn't see it.
Did he send it by smoke signal?
Hey, Rich!
Hey, Rich. All right,
Damn.
hey, Rich. With 2 exclamation marks.
Mikey got me, that son of a bitch.
My man.
He got me. I thought he's sleeping over there. Damn it.
My man. What's up, Fizz?
Why?
Now he can go to bed.
Now there's no quarterbacks left for those that care.
Well, unless you like Quinn Ewers or...
Stop it. Speaking of graphics, I'm not ready to...
Jackson Dart.
All right, well, you're going to make me do it. I'm... There's a lot of fake love, you know? If you know, you know.
Bucky Irving?
Damn it, say it again, Michael.
Bucky Irving?
Say it. Say his name.
Bucky Irving.
Man, what are y'all doing? Tyler Warren? Sammy Laporta?
Let me ask you this question though, because Maddie brought this up last night, and I think he swayed me.
Okay.
Maddie swayed me.
Okay.
Bucky Irving or Chase Brown?
Same picture. I was gonna take either one.
Okay.
Which way do you lean? Which way does it hang? Left or right?
Maddie swayed me last night. I think I'm Chase Brown over Bucky Irving.
I would tell you right now that it would be.
Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Maddie and you swayed me because we did recap a lot together. And you were the one who pointed out, Chase Brown, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, 20 burners left and right.
Yep.
So both of you have influenced me. I think I'm Chase Brown over Bucky Irving.
Can I tell you?
But I think Bucky's the sexier
there you go.
dynasty asset.
I think Bucky to me right now with the crazy part. Mike, you know who Bucky Irving on Keep Trade Cut? Now, granted, Keep Trade Cut is not a Bible. There's plenty of people that don't view it this way. Okay. Speaking of which, look at this draft board. Okay. How different does this draft board go than what you thought? Exactly.
A lot. Yeah.
How many people had on their bingo card that one spot from Breece Hall will be Bucky Irving?
Dynasty Barry. That's probably it.
Bro, he's ahead of everybody not named Gibbs, Bijan, Saquon, Achane, Breece Hall, dude.
That's nuts.
But those two to me are very similar. I think the upside play is Chase Brown. That's not to say that Bucky Irving's not an upside play, for the record. I just feel like the bigger echo chamber is probably Chase Brown. But I think right now with the way Bucky's played, the way he's kind of gotten the run in which he got towards the end of the year became ridiculous, dude. Did it not?
Yes. Yep.
Although he missed that fucking over, that son of a bitch. I loaded up on that over, dude. You know that? Loaded up.
Ass. I get you.
He missed it by like 4 yards, I think, too.
The DB, yeah. Even DB wasn't that high on Bucky, but yeah, he's good. I think, though, market, Chat said it, DB said it, market is Bucky. So if you want to go Bucky here over Chase Brown, no fights there, because the market does say Bucky, how high they are on him. But Matty put out some good fucking points, and then you go look at the data on it and the actual fantasy points scored, and you're like, I mean, what you could? I've said for fucking months, like, what happens to Chase Brown if they bring in the Taj Brooks or something like that? But Matty pointed out last night, what if they do, and it doesn't fucking matter?
Sure.
Like, what if it's still the Chase Brown?
What if they
show?
realized that the Zach Moss whole thing didn't need to happen and we got Chase Brown? We can just inverse it. And if we have to use Zach Moss, we will, you know?
Yeah. And then, like, the Bucky thing, to your point about the Bucky and the market thing, what happens if they just decide that Rachaad White is actually shit? Like, he's just going to be a Dameon Pierce kick returner, bro. This is all you're going to do. Fuck it. We're giving the ball to Bucky the whole time. This is it.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it feels like they kind of already started to lean that way more and more. I just look at it from the standpoint of the last 4 games. We're talking carries. This is just carries, right? For a guy, $195. 15, 16, 20, 19.
That's a fair share.
That's more than his fair share. Oh, I lost Mike. I lost Michael. Michael's not feeling. Holy crap! Did we sway you back? Did we sway you back to Bucky? What happened?
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Holy crap! Mike's like, oh, how many? 15, 16, 20, 19? All right, got to go. Be right back.
See ya. I went beat off real quick. Came back.
I'm looking at my computer. What happened? What did we do? Did we break it?
I told you I do this show with no pants on. That's why I never stand up. You never see the bottom half.
That was just quicker than I expected. But anyway, 307. Enough jerking off on my pick here. Chase Brown's there, Mike's preferred option. There's some other names and a few other, images.
Who's picking ready.
That would be
Theo.
No, Theo's 108.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. 107. Trying to remember. Stroud, there you go. He's got Luther Burden. That's a good pick.
Hey, there you go.
Damn it.
Underrated right there. Didn't have the best year.
But, I'm kind of okay with that, especially because of the cost right now, right?
I honestly think that's a good one, especially because of the cost. There is another one.
This is the guy that in Debbie, man. I've been waiting to have. Love this player for forever,
I love it too. He said East St. Louis, Luther Bird.
Let's go, East St. Louis.
He's good, man. He didn't have the best year this year. I think it was a little bit disappointing for some, but Luther Burden has a lot of traits and skills that are very reminiscent of what Malik Nabers does.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe playing in Missouri at the SEC, I know a lot of people jerk off Brady Cook, but he's not a good quarterback, and it's not that great of a system, to be completely honest. Maybe he's a better NFL wide receiver than he was a college wide receiver. Like, you're like, oh, shit, he actually is nice. Because he does a lot of things really well. I think he's got good speed. He's a great yak guy. He's very physical, even though he's in a smaller stature. He's maybe 6 foot, 205, 210 pounds.
When I seen this comment, Mike, my initial thought is they're just clowning T-Rock. And I think they still are, but Dirty Bird actually picked Ben Simmons.
What?
What's up with y'all in the tight ends? Forget the fact that they're bad picks, okay? Players.
What?
Do we? I think I just talk to hear it echo in this fucking room.
Dude, we're getting a Ben Simmons pick before anybody even sniffs Travis.
Like, I'm pretty sure they got rid of the body. They don't have any. There's no graphics of this guy. He didn't play.
You can change it before we put it up there.
Nope, you can't. It's done. I know it. We all know it now.
Okay.
No.
No.
Dude, I love this.
If we did another 3 rounds, and you got picked in the 6th round, I'd get it.
I would say no.
We're going to put this one on and just ask the fucking people in the comments. Which one stands out to you as one that doesn't belong?
Well,
It's gonna be the guy with
listen.
3 catches on the year.
I think I'll say this about him. He's definitely a positive candidate for some regression. He should have a better year next year than he did this year.
5 targets, 5 catches. It's a good ratio. Adam, I gotta say,
dude, if he gets a little more work, I mean, come on, right? Look at this kid.
The only thing that really upsets me about this, other than the fact you're pulling graphics out of your ass for dudes you didn't think we're gonna get drafted, neither did I.
Making me earn this thing, huh?
You are earning it, my friend. The only thing that upsets me is the fact that you actually said his name as Senate, and it low key pisses me off. That's Senat, all right, because he did nothing.
Senate. I'll tell you this.
He did nothing. He's Senat.
I love what I'm seeing right now. This will definitely put some variance in the data.
It will. That's an outlier.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Act like we've been here before, guys, ladies.
So
109.
So Theo? Is this Theo?
That was Theo, wasn't it? Oh no,
that
it was Stro.
Theo?
No, it was Stro. Wait,
Stro and then Dirty Bird. Now
no,
it's Theo.
This is wait a minute here.
I don't fucking know. Who the fuck?
Wait a second here. Let's pull this up. Theo was the 108.
Okay.
Which means that, well, the good news is whoever drafted Ben Sinnott can get him wherever he wants. Oh, wait a second. 107 was...
Dirty Bird jumped the line.
Oh, nice. Well, Ben Sinnott is still your pick, okay? But we'll do this. We'll flip-flop this. And 107, Stro is keeping, right? No, Stro was 307. That's right, I think. Yeah.
Stro was 307. You're good. Put him back. Put Luther Bird back. It's Dirty Bird. I think he picked one pick too soon. Or maybe I don't fucking know.
Whoever. Oh, wait. Did Stro took...
I left. So I lost
Dirty
all
Bird.
the chat.
Dirty Bird is 309. It's okay. You can have him. No one was going to take him. You're lucky. Okay?
There we go.
Marion Hampton.
So Marion Hampton.
You guys got me all confused. And it's not because of Senate.
Pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, it is.
Personally, I have Caleb Johnson, but I think they're fucking neck and neck.
Man, what a draft to have traded down in if you could have. My God, right? I mean,
yeah, great one. Fucking great one. Dirty Bird was so excited he jumped the fucking line. He's trying to trade up with Theo to get Senat.
Okay. All right. And now we got it all cleared up. Let's. We got 3 picks left, and then we can talk about the draft.
All right, 310. Rob Gronkowski. I definitely know Rob.
Definitely know you're right. This one, Gronk.
All right. This is Gronk. Gronk's got this one all day. Fucking Ben Sinnott. God damn it. Oh, I didn't think it was going to fuck us up that bad. And you thought Sam Laporta.
Check this guy, huh?
Koopa.
Here we go, right? No, look at that big guy.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
Dude, he gets front and center, buddy. He gets the limelight.
You thought Koopa picking fucking Sam Laporta was going to be like the bane of your existence.
Can I tell you, though? I think Koopa inceptioned some people today. Look at the tight end run here. No? I mean, come on.
Dude, I'm not accepting this, Rob.
Is that even... I don't even know if that class is correct.
Probably. Yeah, it is. It is.
Is it?
Correct. He was 23.
I was thinking 22, but maybe it is 23.
He was 23.
Are we... All right, well...
I'm not accepting that one. I'm not fucking putting that one.
I am. This is what you get, okay? This is the mayhem you want?
Jesus fuck.
I mean...
Caleb Johnson, Travis Hunter still on the fucking board. We're picking DTR. What the fuck is going on?
Listen, I will say, I think DTR could beat out whoever they take at the 102, frankly. So,
Stop it. You don't believe that. Dylan Gabriel or DTR.
No.
No.
The answer is Ben Sinnott. Okay, how about this? Ben Sinnott or DTR right now in Dynasty? Who do you want?
Ben Sinnott.
So you're telling me that somehow we made a worse pick?
Yes, he did. Oh
Look at who got drafted.
The size of this.
I found the biggest picture I could. Look at this. That's absolutely unreal what you guys are doing right now.
Just so you know, for anybody watching this back, okay, we're not in control of these terrible.
Mike, I want people to understand this. There's 36 picks. I said we're just to keep it simple. 3 rounds, 36 picks. Mike, I picked 54 players. I've had to pull 5 graphics today.
No, this is so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh, this is so fucking.
You know what this is like, though. Honestly, you know what I'm getting. The sense I get right now. If you guys don't do this anymore, think back to last time you used to. Right now, if you do like most of your drafts are on Sleeper, ESPN, something where it's online, there's a queue, right? When you draft in person with a board, right? Nothing else. You get those picks of like, this motherfucker just doesn't have a queue. He doesn't know who's out there. He doesn't know who's available.
I don't know who the fuck we are. Oh no, this is fucking terrible. At least whoever picks 11 and 12, 12 is a community pick, last one, but whoever picks 11 is just like, thank you for completely fucking this up. This is so fucking bad. This is terrible. I would have accepted Kendre Miller before I take DTR. Give me Quentin Johnston.
Dude, imagine after DTR got a chance, they pulled Jameis, right? And they started Bailey Zappi in a game, Mike, after this.
Give me Roshan Johnson.
I didn't even know the fucking Browns had Bailey Zappi. Mike, I paid about as much attention to the fucking football as I could this year.
I'm trying to think. Jesus Christ, you got Jaden Reed.
Mike, you don't know what I have? Okay, so we have right now
Chase Brown,
your boy Xavier Worthy, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy,
Dalton Kincaid,
Emeka Egbuka, Travion Henderson, Quinshawn Johnson,
Caleb Johnson. Jesus.
Even
fuck.
if you want to get crazy, a little bit Jalen McMillan? I mean, give me something.
Josh Downs.
Caleb Johnson?
Jesus.
Caleb
Tucker
Johnson.
Kraft.
Caleb Johnson, Mike.
Tucker Kraft. Colson Loveland.
Keon Coleman, despite a down year.
Dude, Tank Dell only has one leg. You could take him.
I mean, I'd probably take those odds. Josh Downs.
Will Mallory.
All right. Enough. I put this whole thing together. You guys make a mockery of it. Make a mockery of this.
Darius Davis. Dontavian Wicks.
You know what your problem is? You don't take responsibility for your actions.
Oh, this is fucking Aiden O'Connell.
I asked for a little draft, Mike. 36 picks. Let's not get crazy. Let's not go too deep in the queue.
John Mechie. Tyson Bagent.
You know what the worst part is? It's exactly what happens. I'm going to get in trouble over this, okay? You have no idea what's going to happen. I'm going to get reamed out like there's no tomorrow.
Brenton Strange.
The board will never get over this one.
Elijah Higgins.
All right, Egbuka goes.
All right, fucking. Community. 112. Jesus Christ.
You have literally your pick of the litter. I mean, everybody's open. They're all there.
Community minus Rob Gronkowski.
There's a Mecca. Nice and normal sized.
You called T-Rock Little Rock.
T-Rock moved to Arkansas.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
That's so awesome.
Fantastic. This is fucking fantastic.
This is as fantastic as life can be right now. I was pretty confident the days of DTR being drafted in any of my leagues were over, let alone.
This is the first time Sam Zelinka, by the way, I can
Oh,
definitely say
nice.
he's the first one to ever say Dante DiVincenzo on this show.
Love that.
Oh.
All right, so first community pick is we got Levis as well as Reed, right? We got Worthy,
I'm looking at it. We got Reed, we got Worthy,
Brady.
Tom Brady.
He might have been a better pick, honestly. My pick right now would be Chase Brown. The fact that Chase Brown is not off the board yet is absolutely, aside from
Chase
what's
Brown,
happening,
Chase Brown,
it's
Jayden
Chase
Reed,
Brown in a
David
tier to
Worthy,
me.
Travis Hunter, Caleb Johnson.
Mike,
what do we?
Mike, we're talking about right now. Nobody's a surefire thing at all. Chase Brown's a top 10 running back in Dynasty.
We got 2 for Jayden Reed. Just keeping track here.
Fine. I'm putting all my fab on Chase Brown after this, okay?
I would. UDFA. That's a pretty good pick.
Fuck it. Here, you want Jayden Reed? Here he is. I'm not sure why. What is it about Jayden Reed now? I feel like the finish to his season was about as uninspiring as you could have one be, but maybe
and
I'm alone on this.
Little Rock says no shot over Reed. Okay.
No, you wait. So people are saying Chase Brown over Reed, no shot. You'd rather have Reed?
Not people. Little Rock.
Well, I've also seen multiple Reeds.
Hey,
I haven't.
there we go. There we go. We got
Brown.
3 for Chase Brown. Put Chase Brown up there. Get Jayden Reed off this fucking screen.
We still got 3 Jayden Reeds, Mike.
We only got 2.
No, we got T-Rock
and T-Rock.
Crispy Reed. And
so Crispy changed his mind. He said,
Crispy.
Yeah,
okay, Crispy. All right, fair enough.
Okay,
Crispy. Way to sway it.
And
T-Rock says no shot, by the way. Huh?
Yeah, well, fuck Little Rock, man. Just put Chase Brown up here.
No, I won't go that far. I think he did. He allowed a lot of good options to be here. You know,
Pickens. We got a Pickens. Almost forgot about Pickens.
Speaking of which, remember when the Steelers decided to bench Justin Fields?
That was a good fucking call. Huh?
Russ went 6-6.
Oh, imagine that.
You know what's crazy is Mike Tomlin, if he just would have had Russell Wilson, he might have lost that 500 record he's at.
Oh, that would have been great. Damn, that would have been great.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would have been fucking great.
There's a call. There's a guy that called in from Wheeling, West Virginia, which is it's the panhandle of West Virginia, so everyone's a Pittsburgh fan there, right? Calls in screaming, unbelievable call to Gruden and Dave, buddy. If I had it, I'd play it right now. He was basically talking about how we need to celebrate another year of Hall of Fame Mike Tomlin, over 500. Got us another win in the playoffs, just for us to get our asses kicked by our rivals yet again.
Love it. Yeah, it's Chase Brown. Pretty.
All right, are we set now?
Yep.
Official? Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Is there anyone that you would argue outside of him?
Reed was fine. Pickens, possibly. Caleb Johnson needs to be in that mix, too. If we're getting Omari and Hampton drafted, we should have Caleb Johnson drafted.
I'm surprised Caleb hasn't gone yet. I know he's got a little bit of a polarizing community, though, honestly.
The most egregious one to me the whole time. Nobody picked Travis Hunter.
I still don't know why.
Nobody picked Travis Hunter.
All right, I'm going to put up some here. Let me just talk about some players that I have graphics for, okay, that did not get drafted. Let's just do that. Okay.
There you go. Who you got?
So let's put these on the honorable mention for the 4th round, I guess, maybe. Here. So Travis Hunter will go up here.
Yep.
Got Travis Hunter undrafted.
T. Hunt.
We've got, let's see, I got a few here. Caleb, for sure.
Let's go.
What's your take on Caleb right now in this class? Where would you put him?
RB2 or 3.
So, okay. Hampton, then him, you would say, basically?
Could be. I also think if you like Caleb Johnson over Hampton, that's a fair assessment.
Sure.
They're both really good. Really good.
Okay. We already had Rashi go. Let's see here. So I don't know. I guess maybe people aren't as high on this player as I am, but Tyrone Tracy to me is seemingly, for some of the guys
deserves
that
to
got
be in there.
drafted, should have been drafted. No.
Yep.
I gotta get DiVincenzo off of this fucking screen because it's getting in the way of the. Gotta love that shit.
I like Ferris. Gansman just tweeted it out. Yes, that is Spence at 309, and that 310 that is DTR. So
I didn't think I wasn't sure, but I'm like, listen, for as much time as it's going to take to type all these names up to go with the graphics, the faces will be fine. I will say I'm not sure though now. When we look at this hindsight,
these are fucking terrible.
Xavier Worthy.
There you go.
All right, Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
I think the finish for McMillan's season, I don't know where you're at, but I'd put him. I put him as a guy that I thought could get drafted. I wasn't sure.
Yep, you could put him up there.
What's your take then on an upside swing? I still don't think he should have been drafted in the top 3 rounds. I wasn't sure if someone would do it. Jalen Milroe.
Yes, definitely. I'm with you. He should be on here.
Just because of if he does get actually draft capital that's somewhat meaningful, I mean, he has the fantasy tools, right? As we know.
Yes, he does.
What you guys saw, a Texas game in Ohio State, right? Low scoring, kind of uneventful offensive first half, and then Travion, one play, all of a sudden, bam. To me, he's a guy that I'm kind of excited with this class that I might be able to get more shares of him than I think. I guess a lot's going to change with what the combine is and what draft capital ends up being, landing spots too. But
pre-NFL rookie draft, so you might get him in the mid to late second round, Adam, which could be pretty awesome for you.
Is that real? Remember when 3 years ago people were saying that Travion's the easy 101 in the 24 class, which he didn't even come out for
sure.
Let's see. We got a couple others here. Also, his running mate. What's your take on Quinshon Judkins?
I don't like him as much as Travion.
I'm with you there. I agree.
I don't really see what he does well in college translating to an NFL scheme.
Okay.
Aspect kind of ratio.
Okay.
I definitely don't think he has the long speed. This looks like a mid 4.5 kind of guy at best.
Yeah, no, I think he's a 4.5,
210,
4.5,
215,
4.55, 4.58 guy. I'd agree.
Not super explosive, just kind of a grinder, like a Najee Harris at best.
Really, I think he's got a little more zest than that, but I get your point. Okay,
think he's got a little more juice.
Yeah, I do. No, I mean that's not saying much though with Najee. I mean that's part of the. Najee feels like he's got negative juice at this point. But I understand it.
Juice. Yeah.
Shittier
Josh Jacobs. I added the shittier part, Ferris. But
there's a couple. Here's a guy I wanted to talk with you about here. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Maybe, just maybe. I'm gonna have to pull it up from the archives. At this point, if you think you guys are gonna get away with doing that, I mean, listen, we're gonna have some fun.
We got a DTR pick and a Benson pick.
Fuck this.
So
I can't believe what you guys just did to me.
Pretty fucking terrible.
Okay, so
Cam Scatterbo, 101.
Let me ask you, any other running backs? Because the guy I'm going to put up is a running back. Any other running backs that you think should be discussed? Because there's one.
Out of this class?
Yeah, one for me especially.
Man, Nick Singleton going back was like a kick in the nuts.
Oh, he already announced that? Damn.
Yeah, he's going back as long as...
I had a bad feeling that he was going to. All right, well then we don't have to pull it up. I just got the graphic. I think, honestly, I'd wait a year before I took fucking DTR or... Senate, I'll draft him now. Give me Singleton. I'll hold him for a whole season. All right.
Yeah, I'd rather do that too.
100% every time.
Ollie Gordon maybe deserves to kind of be on this.
Man, I was surprised to see him go back. Well, let me say this. I didn't think he would, but I heard too many rumblings that he might do that. Ollie Gordon, I think, is the only other one probably at this point that's worth mentioning too.
Yeah.
Would you have taken Ollie Gordon, though, in this draft? I don't know that I would have.
Over DTR and Ben Sinnott.
Well, okay, sure. But look at all the guys that we didn't – look at all the guys we're talking about here, right? Travion, I'd still take ahead. Caleb for sure. Yep. I would have taken Tyrone Tracy. I would have taken Travis Hunter. So right now, how do we rank these guys up here, right? So we're going to put Hunter at 1?
Hunter at 1. Hunter at 1. Caleb at 2.
Let me go ahead and actually just take this off, this Singleton here.
Bye, Nick.
Thanks for coming back to school.
He's trying to win a Big Ten title, you know?
Why? Did you see what Drew Allard did? You kid from Medina? Come on, stop it.
With Sam Darnold.
Dude, that was so hard to watch, bro. You got Caleb at 2 then?
Yep.
Okay. Travion 3, or who would you put 3 here in this group?
Xavier Worthy.
All right, we definitely have our differences. We'll go 3A, 3B. Me and you were tied here. So we'll split the difference, all right?
It's fine.
All right, then do we agree that it's Tyrone Tracy next, or who?
Tracy or McMillan, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, what's your level of concern with Godwin coming back next year that he still is going to have the role?
It's still a pretty major injury for Chris Godwin, and he's not getting any younger. So
for sure. I think the usage is more concerning for me than even if he's good for fantasy. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yep.
I'd put McMillan next probably.
Yep.
Milroe or Judkins?
Milroe. But this is a crazy thing about Milroe. Either he's completely off this fucking list.
Right.
Or he's number 1.
But he's worth shooting the shot on, right?
Yes. That's the crazy thing about him. Either he's
people are going to think it's a lazy comp,
or he's number 1.
People probably think it's lazy, because of all the reasons. But it's Jalen Hurts type of a thing. If he hits the potential of that, but the downside is obviously tremendously bad. Judkins, okay. And then that it, basically, with 25?
Yeah, the only other one that I kind of throw in there, I know Christian gets pissy about this,
Oh, boy, what?
he got a little defensive about this one. Isaiah Bond has some interest for me because he is so ridiculously fast.
Okay.
This is the kind of guy that could get propped up into the late first territory, early second as a wide receiver, which is gonna raise some eyebrows. Now, he has his issues. He's not as good as Xavier Worthy, but if he goes out and he runs, 4.3 or below, which he very well can, he's gonna fucking raise some eyebrows at the NFL level where they're like, yeah, we should draft this guy. So kind of throw it in there, man. And we're talking about a potential first-round wide receiver who's going to run 4.3. That's something to keep your eye on.
For sure.
Isaiah Bond would be in this mix too.
For certain. Yeah, I mean...
Jesus Christ, because we put Tyler Warren in here, you could put all the other tight ends that are better than him.
Loveland?
Loveland, Harold Vannon.
All of them?
Luke Lachey.
Quinn Ewers. Let's talk about Quinn Ewers.
It's going to be a tough one. Kind of like, what was that guy's name? Randy Jackson off of American Idol back in the day.
You're not going to not.
Well, besides that, I was going to go, that's going to be a no for me, dog.
It's going to be a no for me, dog.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Okay.
Good.
You're that's official? Like, I'm just 0?
Yeah, I'm probably good on him, and I'm good on Jackson Dart. No thanks.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't really like either one of those guys.
Talk about it. I mean, give me something here.
They're both very well. Jackson Dart's biggest problem, system. This is the same system that made us believe for a while that Matt Corral was something, and he wasn't. Wasn't even close.
Damn.
Jackson Dart's got a little bit more going for him, and he could be interesting. So this is another one later on down the road when we get to his film session that I'm interested in watching. He feels like a big system guy, but he does have some pretty good advanced data. So I will say that. There is still some hope from Jackson Dart. I'm not going to completely bury him. Quinn Ewers, just a quick surface dig on him. The advanced data doesn't even really do him any kind of favors. And then the film isn't from what I've seen from Quinn Ewers, doesn't really like lend me to like, yay. I mean, it's more Spencer Rattler than anything else, which is
that's not good. Not something you like to say.
Good start. Yeah, that's not a good starting point.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
And definitely no to T-Rock, or not T-Rock, Crispy. How about Gabriel? Fuck no. Dude, a 5'9" quarterback who's a subpar athlete.
Lick my balls.
No. Absolutely not. Quarterback class is very underwhelming.
There's not much to shoot for outside of Milroe, honestly. That's kind of another reason why, to me.
Milroe's the home run, possibility. You're swinging for the fences. You're in Ohio. You remember the glory days of Adam Dunn in Cincinnati? Big number 44.
Of course, absolutely.
It's a fucking strikeout or it's a 450-foot blast.
It's one or the other. Boom or bust, if you will.
That's fucking Milroe. He's the most intriguing one out of this whole group.
What about Ben Sinnott?
No. No. And I tried to give him hope. I said maybe this is the Trey McBride career arc. But in this cornerstone ranking, there were so many better choices. There's no fucking way it's Ben Sinnott. He doesn't deserve to be drafted in the first 36 picks.
You don't think so?
Maybe in the first, 60 picks. Sure.
Yikes. Not what you like to see.
I'm taking every single I'm probably taking Quinn Ewers over Ben Sinnott. And I just talk shit about him.
Yeah, not good. Not great.
This is one of the worst. T-Rock is actually right for the first time all night about something. It's one of the worst that we've seen. I don't know about 5 years because the Kenny Pickett class is
22. But here's the problem with 22. We have the numbers in front of us. We know what it did. Like that jades us even further, right? Well, that's what I mean. If we already know that it sucks, this one we don't inherently know that it sucks yet.
Not quite, right?
It probably
has
does.
Some hope. Cam Ward has some hope, and Jalen Milroe could be a home run ticket.
To that point, this time in 22, Malik Willis was a top 5 pick lock.
Easily. Put 101 for a lot of people.
Is there, in your mind, Cam Ward or Shador has a big fall outside the first round or late first round or something like that?
Cam Ward could. This could be the guy that, I see a lot of mock drafts right now have him as the 101, but this could also be a guy in 4 months where like, oh man, he was a 3rd round pick. Imagine that. He could be that guy. I don't see Shador doing it. Shador at worst is a probably top 15 pick in the NFL draft. I don't see him falling that far. Cam Ward could be that guy, though.
I don't think Shador falls either. Well, when I say doesn't fall, I think he'll end up still going top 10. But like, this foregone conclusion of him going 1 or 2 or 3, I'm not sure that's the case. But he'll definitely still go top 10. I think even if he's falling.
Yep.
Speaking of falling, we had a lot of guys fall in this draft. So let's go over it real quick, though, Mike, if you don't mind. So any teams that stand out to you here? Let's do a team, kind of go over some teams here and take a look at it from that standpoint.
First one that stands out to me, the community pick, 112. Brian Thomas, Caleb Williams, and they finished with Chase Brown.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good. All right. Can you do any better than that?
This is a reminder to take a friend with you, Captain Save-A-Ho type thing, someone that can help you make sure you don't make a foolish mistake, right? The groupthink here was strong. Caleb at the 201 after getting BTJ already feels kind of ridiculous too, right?
It's stupid good. It's stupid good. Community killed it.
Damn.
Rob Gronkowski was on a heater, okay, through the first 2 rounds and then completely just fucking said, you know what?
But what happened?
I'm good. I don't want this award. Bo Nix, Ladd McConkey start was pretty fucking awesome.
I was honestly fire, especially because to me, Ladd was in conversation, him or BTJ at 110. So you take the Knicks, right? Get the quarterback. But then you still get Ladd on the way back. It's like, okay, now we're fucking, there's gas in this fire. It's getting crazy.
To
me, the one that stands out the most right now, just off the rip, aside from obviously like someone like mine or yours, mine, but is Drake May, Achane, and Omarion Hampton. It's absolutely fucking stupid. That is stupid.
I was going to say that one next. I do really like yours, Bijan, Michael Penix, and then Bucky Irving in the third fucking round. Pretty dope.
I wish I could take credit for it. I owe it to you guys, you know?
Not bad. There's not a lot of terrible teams here other than
there's a few.
DTR.
There's actually a few, you know? No, I wish T-Rock would have done anything but Tyler Warren and the third, because Malik and Shador I love at the first and the second pick.
Do you imagine how much better that team would be with Bucky Irving instead of Tyler Warren?
That's what I mean. It would be because here's the thing. Actually, I think you gave Barry a lot of shit, but when I look at it, he with the 4D move, getting Bryce there instead of, I think Bryce could have easily won at the 210. The way he's playing the back half, so you get to flip flop that. Oh man, I really like his draft, especially getting Gibbs. Koopa's draft has a weird dynamic of the locked and loaded, like pretty safe asset now of Puka, then with just the J.J. McCarthy wild card, and then the Sam Laporta rebound game. Interesting mix, but I like it. Yours of Jayden Daniels, Cam Ward, Zay Flowers. This feels like just a McNutted draft, right? Let me go ahead and get the best quarterback available, and let me do that again. And then you know what? I like this wide receiver quite a bit here. This will do just fine at wide receiver 1, Zay Flowers. This feels very McNutted of you, you know?
Very safe pick in the third round. Fizzes, I like Fizzes. I'm not even going to say the boldness of Brock Bowers. Boldness within the community. But as far as the Dynasty community as a whole, Brock Bowers getting him at fucking 5 is stupid good.
For sure.
He got his man Addison, who's very reasonable at where he got him. And then he takes the upside swing on A-Rich. Please learn how to complete some passes.
Yep.
Keep running. But learn how to complete, maybe 59% of your passes. 60. We don't want to get too greedy, though. 60 might be too high.
That might be pushing it. Just a titch. I was going to go through real quick. Just give any names that we maybe don't have on the screen on Keep Trade Cut that were worthwhile of mentioning. Let's see here. Josh Downs, Mike. Josh Downs, I think, deserves conversation.
Yep.
Jayden Reed. Do I not have Reed up here?
Nope. We vetoed T-Rock.
Okay, so then I need to put him back on the screen. Where the hell did I just delete it? I was like, you guys are just so bad. Get rid of it.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know it exists. So we got Jayden Reed. Let me see if there's anybody else worth it. Oh, did we talk about Tucker Kraft?
We did not. Tucker Kraft,
I think, deserves a mention.
George Pickens.
Yeah, George Pickens. What the hell? That's definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably about where the list kind of starts to dry up, though.
Yeah, and then it gets
I'm good on this Marvin Mims thing, you know?
I'm definitely not doing the Marvin Mims thing.
Let me ask you, late riser, Jalen Coker, where are you at with that?
No.
Okay. I figured that. I just wanted to, people need to hear it, you know?
Dalton Kincaid, if people are still holding on hope.
I don't think
I don't know why.
You know what's crazy? Mike, think about this. Dalton Kincaid going into this year. The fervor, the way in which people wanted to really get their hands on some Dalton Kincaid, for him to not be drafted, not be mentioned when Tyler Warren and Ben Sinnott are being drafted here, buddy. You know? That's a fall from grace.
When was I know when one of these guys was drafted. I don't remember when the other one was.
Shoot your shot. Oh, Keon.
Keon Coleman, for sure. But I was going to also go with his teammate. Is Khalil Shakir in the 23 class, or was he in 22?
I thought he was 2.
He might be 2.
I thought 22.
I can't type for shit.
Tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay.
You could be very right. I might be a year off.
Okay.
But Khalil Shakir opened some fucking eyes this year, especially mine. Jesus.
No, for sure.
Yeah, we remember when we did like a mid-season startup on AMA, and Maddie took like Khalil Shakir in like the 6th round or 5th round or some shit like that.
Whoops on the clowning, you know?
22 class. Okay. Yep. So
that's what I thought.
He doesn't exist as far as this is concerned.
Pearsall?
Ricky Pearsall?
There you go. Wow, that is. And what about your boy eating the raccoon and the squirrel?
Xavier Legette.
That dude is comedy, man. I'll tell you, that's one thing. He is comedy.
Man, if Tank Dell didn't fucking literally lose a leg.
You know what's kind of crazy to think about? There's a guy that was ahead of David Montgomery when Montgomery was killing it at the running back position in this draft class that took a swift, deep fall from graces. Mr. Braylon Allen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I got a lot of things wrong on Money Moves, but that one, you can go fuck yourself.
Quentin Johnston?
Let's not. He doesn't deserve to be in this. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't think so.
No.
There's like 10 guys I'd rather have than him.
Rashid Shaheed?
If he hadn't got hurt and he would have actually continued to play pretty well, I think we'd have a conversation. Right now, no.
Oh, sorry. He was a 22 pick.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, how about I got a really nice one for you. You're going to love this one. You ready for a deep pool? Come on. Tell me if you want to hear this. Cedric motherfucking Tillman.
No. No, I'm not ready for that.
Remember when Cedric Tillman was the wide receiver 1 ahead of Jerry Jeudy?
Yeah. I don't see anybody else on this fucking list worth talking about.
Now, Cedric Tillman had actually. Let's do. This is one of my favorite games now, just to see kind of what people allowed him to ascend to. Oh, Isaac Orendo.
No,
I'm not saying but he was more meaningful than a lot of players on the screen this year, even if it were a small window.
Benson on DTR for sure.
Let's see. Okay, Cedric Tillman, all time. Let's see where he. Let's see. So he got to.
How high he got?
Yeah. How high can? Oh wow. Wide receiver 42, Mike.
That was his peak?
Yeah. Wide receiver 42.
So, I mean, we were kind of talking about it during the height of his powers, right? Like second round pick?
Yeah. I mean, obviously you lost pretty bad now, right? Like that hurts. That hurts. That's one of those risks. That's one of those risks that really hurts. Let's talk about some real quickly before, and then we'll dip out of here. Appreciate everyone tapping into this, but it's also getting really late. So, Mike, a couple things. Guys in this class, in the 24 class, I'm saying, that kind of really had a fall out of favor. That what's your level of interest? Let's talk about for a second here. Jalen Wright. No. You're just completely out?
Had ample opportunity, never seized it.
Okay. I'm just going to go through a few of them. It's whatever you think is fine. I'll give you my 2 cents if it's different by much. Braylon Allen. Let's just talk about him as well.
Interesting, but probably never going to actually unseat Breece Hall because he's just that fucking good.
No, he won't. Jatavian Sanders.
Interesting at the tight end position, but also feels more like a Greg Dulcich, Chigokonkwo kind of like career arc where it was like, oh, he did enough, but he got elevated to like just fucking sell for any second and call it a day. I'm interested if this draft was the way in which I got my chance to get Jatavian Sanders, right? Like Sinat's going ahead, Warren's going ahead, sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Marshawn Lloyd.
This is one I'm probably still gonna, and it's probably bad process, and it's probably me having egg on my face, but because of the injuries and the bad fucking luck, like I'm still interested in seeing what he can do next year if he can stay healthy.
No, I mean,
unlike Jalen Wright, who had opportunities while being healthy and did nothing, Marshawn Lloyd, at least I have an excuse for.
Sure. The other thing about it with Marshawn, let's just talk about real fast, is the cost is a lot different. So he's going in the range of Noah Gray, Kayshon Boutte, Chigokonkwo, Brenton Strange, Theo Johnson. Theo Johnson as well is just a warp tight end type athletic kid. Kamani Vidal, R.I.P. to everyone that thought he was running back 1 out of the gates. Are you out?
No interest.
Okay. All right. 0? Wow.
None.
I mean, I'm interested, just not at the price that he's still at currently. Any running back on a 53 interested is what I am. What about Jermaine Burton? If you go back to the start of the show, start of the year trade show for a first, Jermaine Burton.
Yep. No interest.
Dude, Jermaine Burton not getting – that's tough scene for him. I'm kind of with you. Malachi Corley?
None. 0 interest.
Isaiah Davis?
None.
And last certainly not least, let's talk about Jalen Polk.
Ooh, this is one that you say, like, man, if I could buy for a third, I'll risk it. But I think even paying the third might be too much. I think this might be one of those Turnberger wide receivers like Tyquan Thornton, also Patriots legend.
Well, I think
you're burnt. Forever.
I think with him, like you could look at a lot of actually outlier receivers this year, right? That had bounce backs. Quentin Johnson, right? His career arc doesn't look good. Then you have Jameson Williams, right? Now the thing about it is, to me, Jalen Polk, though, honestly, not as talented as either one of those guys, at least for what we thought coming out, frankly. So with him, I'm going to stick to the process, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I can get out pretty much anything of real value, meaning third, I'm going to do it. I'm pretty sure that's about that's getting into the weeds pretty deep after this. Oh, let me give you a couple. Luke McCaffrey, people were extremely high on him.
No interest.
Okay. And what was the last one I had here? Oh, Jacob Cowing.
Zero interest.
Okay. So all these are just move on, just be done, get over it.
You want to talk about Luke and Jacob Cowing, specifically both guys who had ample opportunity because of the talent and situation around them.
Yeah, we did Ferris. Definitely a good one to mention.
They did nothing with it. And if you do nothing with it in your rookie year, even though you had opportunity, I'm good.
Yep. Also, startups,
like
anyone?
Listen,
come into the Patreon, patreon.com/South Harmon. I saw somebody drop a startup in there. I think it was just yesterday or 2 days ago. Mike and I haven't started any new ones with South Harmon, but there's always startups being talked about in there, and we will be doing some in the off season. So definitely startups to be had in our neck of the woods, my friend.
Like, the reason I have hope for Ricky Pearsall, other than the end of the season where he did something with it. Mm-hmm. But even if you say Ricky Pearsall had a very pedestrian season, kind of like Jalen Polk.
Yeah.
Like, the dude got shot in the fucking chest, right?
You know what? I almost
he got shot in the fucking chest.
That's fair. No, he
wasn't healthy for all fucking 17 games and did nothing with his opportunity.
You know what? And speaking of Jalen Polk, I was asked this question, and I'm curious your thoughts here. I almost completely overlooked Malik Washington. What are your thoughts with him?
No.
Okay, no. What him or Jalen Polk?
Give me Polk because of the name, I guess.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not very interested in Malik Washington. Honestly, if this price is for real, I'm definitely not. But I would take, if I can't trade him, I would take Malik Washington just on a sneaky best ball type, hopefully upside is going to be minimal, but he's not a roster clogger. In lineup, these are players you don't want. If you're in lineup leagues, these are the guys that honestly you need to just move off of quicker than you're comfortable with because of the sheer roster construction standpoint. Even if you kind of like him, you have your affinity drafts and you think it's your guy, he's going to end up just never being someone you want to start, and inherently that's just going to mean that he's just keeping your bench clogged from any type of other valuable player. So move on from Malik Washington as well. In lineup is my stance. Marvin Mims, not in this class. We were talking about 24 only, but Marvin Mims, what are your thoughts on him?
Kind of a hell of a bounce back there, especially at the end of the year.
What about Bo Nix being the one? Not Russell Wilson, Bo Nix reviving the Marvin Mims, right?
Marvin Mims was actually pretty good to end the season. Now, I think if he gets... I don't know where the fuck he's at right now. Where's Marvin Mims on Keep Trade Cut? What do they...
No, he was actually pretty... He's starting to get back into the good
53.
Races. Yeah.
53. So
Cedric Tillman range, but he's going the other way.
I still think that's a reasonable buy right there. If you're still in on... if you got any hope on Marvin Mims, you're a truther on him, you still probably got a little bit of time to buy Marvin Mims.
Yeah, the biggest thing to me, Mike, is going to be, can he actually make a leap next year with targets? Right now, I don't think people understand this. For the season, Mike, we're talking about 50 targets, okay? Now, it was a little bit better in the second half, right? And he had one game where he had 8 targets, yes. But if he is, even let's say the second half, if he's only a guy that's going to get 3.5 to 4 or 5 targets a game, this is going to be the absolute epitome of incredibly bust and some boom potential because of his style of play. But best
from
ball, fine, but lineup is going to be a hell with this type of a player.
From week 10 on, it was 4-2, which he didn't play a whole lot of snaps in week 11 when he only had 2 targets. But then 5, 4, 4, 5, 8, and 5, and his snap share just kept going up every single week.
Yeah, he played 100% of the snaps in week 10, and if you look from week 10 to week 17, snap share really good from those games.
Yeah. So I think if that's more of your prediction on the trend, wide receiver 53 prices, that would be a buy. Now we start getting into the 40s, the 30s. I'll let somebody else risk it for the biscuit. As of right now, I'd say he's a buy.
To me, in best ball, I 100% want probably more Marvin Mims than I have by a lot.
In a lineup start 10, I could give 0 fucks.
Yeah, lineup start 9 or start 10. Like, whatever the cost of acquisition is at this point, wide receivers 50 range, I'm going to just not invest.
Like Mims or Romeo Dobbs at this point.
Cody Smith.
He's alive.
He's awake.
Sleepy Cody.
Marvin Mims is just a fancier Nick Westbrook-Akine. I love that. That's a good time for us to get out of here, speaking of which. We don't need more players on the screen. Honestly, Cody, though, appreciate you hopping in, my guy. It's been a grip. How are you doing, my friend?
Been a while, my friend.
Skip.
That's my skip right there, baby. You know?
I miss him.
Miss him to dear. Miss him to death.
I'm fucking drunk.
I am needing, buddy. I don't have anything. I have puked so much lately. When it wasn't because it got almost worse because of this draft. But I am just.
Did you get that norovirus or
Dude,
whatever the fuck that was?
Whatever that is going around, if that's what it is, buddy, it's made its way.
I had it starting on Sunday, man. And
really?
It took about Tuesday. Tuesday I was feeling good. Tuesday I was back to normal, but I wasn't puking, unlike you, my friend. It was coming out the other end, and I could not stop it.
Dude, it's not good. Well, it's not a good thing to end the show on this, so I'll spare you the details, actually.
Good.
So I love you. Because I love you, I will spare you the details you don't want to see, although I cannot unsee what this board is. Here, take a good look. This is your top 36 picks in the 23, 24, and 25 class, what is known as Cornerstone. We might do this again. We might do a 25. We'll be doing some fun things like this throughout the offseason. Stay tapped in. We'll see you back here. Same time, same place next week for AMA. We're out of this thing. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.